Guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I will be doing a much requested and long anticipated video, which is how to apply for your British passport online. So keep watching if you'd like to know how. As I said, in this video, I'll be explaining step by step how to apply for your British passport online. Basically, this video is for people that have received their naturalization certificate. I did do my citizenship ceremony in 2020, and I did get sent my certificate, naturalization certificate, almost immediately. I got it in 2 days after. I will put a link of that video in here for you to have a look if you haven't seen it already. But when you get your naturalization certificate, it's up to you if you want to apply for your British passport or not. It's not compulsory, you know. There are some British citizens or British nationals that don't even have a passport, so it's up to you whether you want to do it. But I did mine immediately. I got my naturalization certificate, and I did mine online because of the COVID situation and all that. But it's optional. You could do the paper version or you could do the online version at the moment. In this video, I'll just tell you how to do the online version. So obviously, someone that was born British or like a British national, the process and the documentations required for applying for a passport might differ from me, who was an immigrant and got indefinite leave to remain and then got sent a naturalization certificate. So you need to look it up if your case is different, but this is generally applies for most immigrants. Okay, so to apply online, here are some things that you will need handy. You need your naturalization certificate, you need a digital photo, you need someone who can confirm your identity, you need your parents' details, you need supporting documents, and you need your credit card or debit card details. I will explain each of these points further. First of all, you will have to go to the website, the passport office website. I'll put a link to the website below, and then you follow the instructions. It will ask you some questions. I might go through a bit of the questions, but it's pretty straightforward, trust me. It will ask you questions like, do you live in the UK? Your date of birth. You just input all the details it's asking you as you go. Have you had a passport before? You click that. Do you have any passport from other countries? I have had passports from my birth country, so yes, I click that. Do you have a naturalization registration certificate? Just keep clicking continue as you go on. So the next stage, you get to the part where you have to take a digital photograph. You could just take this with your phone if you know the specification. The specifications are all on the website, and then upload it. The second option you could do is to go to one of the big grocery stores like Sainsbury's or Tesco and go to the PhotoMe booth and take a photograph there. When you take your passport photograph in those booths, it comes out with a photo and a code, okay? And then you could insert the code on the website and it brings up the passport photograph you took in stores. So that is pretty straightforward. A lot of people do that if you don't want to be asked or bothered with getting the specification correctly on your mobile phone. But I just use my mobile phone. Then after uploading your photo, you get a page that will ask for your title, your name. It asks, is his name the same as that on your naturalization certificate? So if you've changed your name, you have to specify, but I haven't. Have you used any other names? Yes, I said yes to that because I had used my maiden name in the past. Or, you know, it asks for your gender, your town of birth, things like that. You know, it could, yeah, just follow the instructions. Then you get to where you have to put your family details. This is where you need the information of your parents. So both for your mom and your dad, it will ask you for the name, their date of birth, I think that's the main information, and if they were married or like in a civil partnership. Just pretty straightforward questions. Okay, then you come to the stage where it will ask for how would you like to be updated, about your application process. Would you like them to contact you via email or text? You can click both, because it's good to keep an eye on how your application is going. Okay, then it brings you onto a page where you have to say the kind of passport that you would like. I mean, the size of passport that you would like. Adult British passports usually last for 10 years, so it's valid for 10 years, but it depends on if you're a frequent flyer or if you want a frequent flyer passport or you just want the standard one. The standard passport has 34 pages and it costs £75, while the frequent flyer passport has 50 pages and it costs £85. I went for the 50 pages one because obviously I love to travel and it's just a £10 difference. So instead of having to fill up my passport and applying for a new one, it was the best decision for me, but it's optional. Then it will ask you questions like, are you blind or visually impaired, and things like that, because people that are blind or visually impaired could have their passports on braille on their passport. Okay, it brings you to a page where you have to confirm that that you should sign your passport when you get it. Okay, so just to tick that you understand that. Okay, so it brings you to a page where it tells you what documents you need to send in. Okay, for mine it was pretty straightforward. I needed just 3 documents sent to the passport office, and that was my naturalization certificate, the passport I used to enter the UK, which is now my expired passport, and my current passport. That's my Nigerian passports. Okay, so those 3 things are the only things I needed to send. You cannot send photocopies of any of these documents. It has to be original. Some other people might require additional documentation, so you need to check based on your status. So for instance, if you were adopted, depending on your circumstance, you might need to send more documents into the passport office. So make sure you check. For instance, people that were adopted, they need to send some more documents, but mine was just those 3. Okay, brings you to a page where it asks you, how do you want your documents returned? Do you want standard delivery or you want secure? I chose secure because I've had an experience where my passport got lost in the mail, my Nigerian passport. I never want that to happen again, so I did choose secure, but that would cost you an additional £5 when it comes to paying. Okay, so just bear that in mind. Sign the declaration, and is to come up with a page where you have to confirm the details, all the details you have put. Then it takes you on to the payment page. This is where you put in your preferred payment method, either a debit card or a credit card, it doesn't matter. So after you have made payment, it generates a reference number for you. It's the reference number has a PX suffix in front of it. Okay, so make a note or keep a note of that number. The next stage is to get someone to confirm your identity. For someone to be able to confirm your identity, they have to be 18 years or older. They have to live in the UK. They have to have a UK passport, and they have to work in or be retired from a recognized profession. There is a list on the website of recognized profession, but it's a very long list. Okay, so I can't go through all of it, but I could give you a few. So on the list of recognized professions are accountants, air pilot, counselors, civil servants, dentists, insurance agents, members of parliament, optician, pharmacist, police officer, photographer, nurse. Literally almost all the professions are on there, so it will be hard not to get someone that could confirm your identities. You also need to have known the person personally for at least 2 years. Okay, and the don'ts is that you can't use a relative. Okay, the person cannot be your relative or live in the same address as you. So that's the two things that are not acceptable. So the person confirming your identity can do it online. All you need to do is to put in the contact person's details. You need to add their name on here at this stage and their email. Okay, and then the passport office will email the person a link with some questions, and you, on the other hand, you need to provide the person that is going to confirm your identity with some details. You need to tell them your name in full and how it's spelled, your date of birth, and your current address. It could be your friend, your colleague, your neighbor, your church person, anybody. So far as they met the requirements I had listed before, then it's fine. They will email the person with a link, and the person has to follow the link to answer some questions. That's where they would need to put in all the details you provided them. So if you haven't provided them the details, it might delay because they will have to contact you to get those details. So before you do the application, it would be a good idea to talk to the person you want to use and ask if it's okay by them, then send them the details like your name, your date of birth, and your current address. So once you have put in the information about the person that's going to confirm your identity, at this point, the application will kind of pause because they would have to hear back from the person before you can proceed. So the passport office will notify you that your identity has been confirmed after the person you put in has filled in the information in the link sent to them. Then you can move on to the next step. The final step is to put together the documents you need to send to the passport office, and the passport office address will be on the website. So I sent my documents, the 3 documents I listed earlier. I did send them first class, signed for, tracked, because I didn't want to joke with their original documents and my citizenship certificate and my passports, Nigerian passports, so I didn't want to mess with it. I sent it first class and it got to them immediately. As soon as they receive your documents, you will know because they will put it up there on the website that they have received your documents. You can always check this using your reference number because it shows you they are very good. That's one thing I admire the passport office for. They are very good at keeping you up to date via text message, via email, or you can look it up yourself by putting it up your reference number, the PEX number, and then you see where you are at the process. Obviously it was a pretty straightforward process, but I don't want this video to be too long, so in my next one I would explain the processing time and how long it took to get the passport back and how I followed it up. So keep an eye out for the next video. It's going to be really short. That's the end of this video. I hope you liked it and you have gained some value from it. If you have, please show us some love by clicking the subscribe button. I will be posting more tips about immigration to the UK, living in Scotland, just generally life in the UK and the ups and downs on this playlist in our channel. So if you don't want to miss out on these, click the subscribe button and the bell sign so you get notified when we upload new videos. Thanks for watching. Until next time, keep living, loving, and laughing. Bye.